He used an AI chatbot to help him plan what he was going to do to his own mother. Tristan Roberts was born on October 13th of 2007 and was raised in the UK by his mother Angela Shellis and also has an older brother named Ethan. From the outside looking in, Tristan had a relatively normal childhood and his mother cared deeply about her sons. At just 6 years old, Tristan was diagnosed with ADHD and autism spectrum disorder and was known to act out. Because of this, he was often bullied and just spent a lot of time alone. Once Tristan turned 14 years old, he became obsessed with the internet. He would lock himself in his room for hours and go on Discord and write about how much he hated women. Tristan would also talk about how obsessed he was with serial killers and how he had this urge to hurt someone. Because of these online spaces, his anger began to grow and he would take it out on his mom. Over time, Tristan's behavior escalated. He started to collect weapons, he would steal them from stores and hide them in his room. By 2025, Tristan is now 17 years old and he just dropped out of high school. He would just spend most of his time isolated in his room, still going on the internet talking about how much he wanted to harm his mother. But eventually he wanted to go through with it, so he turned to an AI chatbot called DeepSeek. He is asking this AI chatbot on how to unalive someone, get away with it, and which weapon would be best. At first, the AI chatbot was refusing to answer, but then Tristan manipulated it, saying that he needed these answers because he was writing a book. That's when it gave him all the information he was looking for. One day, Angela went inside of Tristan's room, and this is when she found those weapons that he was hiding. She had no idea where he got these from, but she was terrified. Angela didn't want to give up on her son, so she reached out to multiple professionals hoping that someone could help, but no one took her concerns seriously. On October 23rd of 2025, Tristan is recording himself on an audio device talking about how he is going to unalive his mother with a sledgehammer. Later that night, around 11 p.m., Tristan goes into his mother's room while she is asleep and attacks her. Angela is trying to fight back. She is begging for him to stop. He starts to strangle her, and then he pauses and keeps her held captive in her room for 4 hours. Around 3 a.m., Tristan convinces her to leave the home because he is going to go get her help, so she trusts him and she follows him. Tristan leads Angela to a nearby park, and that's when he makes his final attack. Once Tristan is done, he leaves his mother's body in some bushes and he returns home to clean himself up. Once he's at home, he goes on Discord and starts talking about what he just did to his mother, and he's basically just bragging. A few hours later, the sun is out. People are in the park area when they discover blood everywhere in Angela's body. It seemed like everyone in the area knew about this discovery, and once Ethan found out about this, he was very worried that this could have been his mom. Ethan tried to contact his mother but got no response, so he reached out to his grandparents hoping that they could go check on her. But once they got to the home, they realized that the locks were changed and they reported her as missing. Once police arrived to the park, they identified Angela's body and also saw surveillance camera footage showing Tristan walking with Angela to the park. When police searched the home, they found everything that they needed. They found the Discord activity, they found the audio device that Tristan was using, and the weapon. Tristan was arrested and initially refused to speak, but the evidence was overwhelming. In February of 2026, Tristan pled guilty and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 22 years.